So what we've got with the front folding toolbar, we've got a telescoping drawbar. When we fold into field position and the wings come forward, the drawbar extends, allowing room for the wings to come forward and go into transport and fit into a fairly narrow width. Also, when we go back to field position and we fold out, that bar contracts again, bringing the openers, the very back of the drill, approximately 24 feet from the draw pin, which is a very compact distance, allowing great maneuverability in the field and allowing us to get into tight spaces, also increasing our efficiency on turn radius and increasing that seeding field efficiency again. So we've got the product in the tank. Now to move the product from the tank to the openers, we're using a central fill system from the planter technology. There's no moving parts to it. There's a nozzle in the bottom of the hopper that picks up product on demand and will brings it through this supply hose, fills the mini hopper. Once this one's full, loops over to supply the next one, and then the third one. We're supplying 3 of them. It'll maintain their level on the go. As we meter it out, it refills it and matches that flow rate. So the product is in each of those mini hoppers now. Each of those 6 sits above an individual meter driven by a DC stepper motor. So there's 6 individual products, 6 motors, 6 meter rollers that drive the product. Each of those is responsible for metering a separate product. We can control them all fully independently, independent from one opener to the other and independent from each other. So we have the exact plant level resolution for each product, each spot of the field. Now as far as placement, we can control the placement of each product by turning these dials. We can place product out the left side, the right side, paired row, or down the point. And again, each product can be independently placed. If we place one out the left side, we can still place another one out the right side, another one paired row. None of them limit the placement of each other. So just to take a closer look at the job we did with the drill here, this last pass was 4.5 miles an hour, and when we get up close we can see a fairly tall stubble height and heavy trash conditions here. We see where the coulter cut the trash and flowed through nicely, leaving very minimal disturbance here. Some of the other differences we have with this opener versus other openers is, what happens with other openers is we cut a firm seed ledge and place the seed on a firm bed where it can't really root down into, and it often dries out above that. The difference on this opener is if we just scratch down a little bit, the seed will be placed right in there with loose soil below it still, so it's going to be easy for that seed to root down. It also leaves pore space for moisture to come back up from the depth that we ran the rest of the opener, which is deeper than most other openers. It also gives us better fertilizer separation, as our fertilizer will be right down at the bottom here. So in this case, the fertilizer is about probably about 3.5 inches deep is where that placement would be, and the seed would be up here 1/2 inch deep. So very good separation and easy for the seed to germinate and grow back down towards the fertilizer. So the biggest differences of the CX6, what we've designed in versus air drill technology, is by moving the metering to the individual opener. For one thing, we're able to drop product from there with gravity, which assists better placement in the soil rather than blowing it down at high speeds, creating bounce. It also allows us to distribute the product uniformly down the row because it's simply being dropped, versus blowing where product can surge and you can get bunching of seeds. So changing that is a big advantage. The next difference we have is by metering opener by opener rather than going through a manifold system. There's no random division of products. So in this case, we're metered at each individual one, so we can actually get the exact right rate that we want at each one. As well as building on that, we have the capability of metering different rates at each one. So when we're doing site-specific management, for example, or even in a flat rate situation when we're turning around a corner, we can meter different rates across the machine to make sure that each plant actually gets the right rate of each product. Again, our 6-product feature, handling 6 products, we can meter each of the 6 products individually at each opener as well, allowing us to create whatever blend of products we want for each plant level again.